Good morning, everybody. These are today's lesson. This is for Thursday, January 20th, 2022. All right, so first we're going to start off with a warm-up. Let's look at multiples of 2. Which multiple does not belong? Extend your thinking. So what they're telling us is that we've got to, let me make that a little bit bigger. We have got to circle the multiple that does not belong, and it doesn't say underline, it says circle, okay? Next, record, she already underlined it for us, the 2's multiplication facts for each of the other numbers in the chart. Then, using your number sense, explain your reasoning for the number that does not belong. So then we have to explain reasoning. So I've got to do one, I've got to circle the multiple that does not belong. That's one thing. And then I've got to record the 2's multiplication facts. And thirdly, I have to explain reasoning for the number that does not belong. All right, so here we go. Let's get it started. So, okay, what numbers for 26, what do I multiply 2 by to get 26? I multiply 2 times 13 to get 26. All right, and then what do I multiply 2 by to get the product of 24? So I would multiply 2 times 12 to get the product 24. So I'm going to write 12 here. And then right here for 10, what number do I multiply 2 by to get the product of 10? That would be 5. And then down here, what number do I multiply 2 by to get 6? To get the product 6. I know that I multiply 2 times 3 to get 6. 18. What number do I multiply 2 by to get the product of 18? 2 times 9. And now we're looking at 22. What number do I multiply times 2 to get the product of 22? 11. Next, what number do I multiply 2 times to get 20? I know that I multiply 2 times 10 to get 20. And then what number do I multiply 2 by to get 13? Well, first of all, 13 is an odd number. Every product of 2 is going to have an even number at the end, okay? 6 is an even number, look here. 4 is an even number, 0 is an even number, 6 is an even number, 8 is an even number, 2 is an even number, 0 is an even number, and then 3 right here is an odd number. So that's one way to know. And then here, what can I multiply 2 times to get 12? I can multiply 2 times 6 to get 12. So I've circled all my multiples. Oh, it didn't say draw X, did it? See, now Miss Carrie. But you know, we all make mistakes and that's okay. But see, I knew that I made a mistake and didn't circle it because I went back and I read my directions again. That's what we've got to learn how to do. You've got to learn how to go back and read your directions and make sure you answered everything correctly. And then I recorded my 2's over here. I've got number 2 done. I've got number 1 done. So now all I have left to do is, using your number sense, explain your reasoning for the number that does not belong in as many ways as you can. So I would write, I know that 13 is not a multiple of 2. Because three is an odd number. And this right here, this is just shorthand for number, is an odd number and not divisible by 2. Okay, and so then you need to answer number 10 the same way that we just did. And then on the next page, I know this says Tuesday the 18th. It doesn't matter if you did it Tuesday or today's Thursday or if you did it today. It doesn't matter when you do it as long as you get it done by next week, okay? So you need to do 7 and 8, and then 9 and 10. All right, and now while we're at it, that was our warm-up, so let's go ahead and go look over here on this side. So this is lesson 4.6. It should be in your packet. If it's not, I'll get you one when you come back on Monday. It's possible that some pages got left out since everything that was going on last week, and that'll be just fine. It's not your fault. Okay, so we're using partial products to multiply by a two-digit number. This is just like we did yesterday. No, it's not. Okay, well, this way is, and then this way. All right? Okay. So, 1 through 8. Estimate, find all the partial products. Then to find the final product, draw area models as needed. So, let's go back up here. Excuse me. So, where's my pointer? There it is. All right, so we're going to look right here. This part right up here. So we've got 12 times 14. All right, so what we do first is we want to multiply the ones. So 4 times 2, those numbers are both in the ones place. So 4 times 2 is 8. All right, so we have 8 ones. And then the next thing that we want to do is we want to multiply ones times 10. So 4 ones times 10 is 40, okay? Now, we've got the ones and the tens done on the and we've got everything done for the fours. So now we want to go right here. So now we multiply 110 times 2. So 10 times 2 is 20, all right? So we got 10 times 2 ones is 20, all right? And then we want to multiply 110 times 110. So 10 times 10 is 100. And that's 10 ones times 110, and that's 100. So these are partial products too. 8 is a partial product because 4 times 2 is 8. 40 is a partial product because 4 times 10 is 40. 20 is a partial product because 1 times 2 is 20. 10 times 2 is 20. And then 100 is a partial product because 10 times 10 is 100. And then we have to add all of these up. But what they're telling us to do is that they want us to use the area model. So that's what we're going to do. And there's a reason that we're learning all this. This is one of our standards that we have to learn in 4th grade. And it's just a different way to show you how to do math and to show you, they're wanting to help you. What the purpose of this is that we're wanting to show you how to think and how to use mental math to help you solve problems. And there are different ways to do it, okay? It looks intimidating, but once you get the hang of it, it won't be intimidating. And the only way that you can get the hang of it is if you practice a lot, okay? That's the only way, all right? So, for 1 through 8, it says, estimate all of the partial products. For 1 through 8, estimate the partial products. Then add to find the final product. Draw the area model as needed. I'm going to work, I'm going to try it over here on this side, on the right-hand side, okay? So I'm going to use both sides, this side and this side, okay? This side over here. All right, so my first problem is 16 times 15. So we write 16 times 15. All right, so the first thing that I do is I am going to multiply 5 ones. First of all, let me line this up. I don't want anybody getting confused. 16 times 15. So I'm going to multiply 5 ones times 6 ones. So 5 times 6 is 30. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply 5 ones times 110. So 5 times 10 is 50. So I'm going to put 50 here. All right. The next step is I'm going to multiply 110 times 6 ones. All right. And I know that this is 6 ones because it's in the ones place. So 1 times 6. 10 times 6 is 60. And then I'm going to multiply 10 times 10. 10 times 10 is 100. So again, these are all partial products. Now, could we just add this up going down this way? Yes, we absolutely could. But the whole purpose in this lesson is that they're wanting to show us how to mentally calculate partial products, okay? So we're going to use, I'm back over here on this side. We're going to use the area model. Forgot where I was at for just a minute. Let me change my color. Ooh, I can't do orange and blue together. Sorry, Auburn fans. Okay, let's do gray. All right, so I'm going to draw my area model. This way, and this way, and then this way. Okay, so I've got to draw 16, I've got to do 16 up top, so I got to do 10 and 6. Now, I know you're thinking, if you've forgotten, remember that the 10 side's going to be a little bit bigger because 10 is a greater number than 6. And then down on the bottom, I'm going to do 10 plus 5, or 10 and 5. Now, could you have written 10 and 5 up here? Yes. 10 and 6 down here? Yes. It doesn't matter how you do that. Doesn't matter at all. All right. I'm going to go back to my orange. So now I'm going to say 10 times 10. 10 times 10 equals 100. And then I'm going to multiply 10 times 6. 10, and remember I told you the dot, it means multiplication too. It's the same. And then so 10 times 6 is 60. And then I'm going to multiply 5 times 10. 5 times 10 is 50. And then I'm going to multiply 5 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. So now I've got to add up all of these products. The numbers that I'm circling are the products. And in case you have forgotten, the product is the answer that you get when you multiply 2 or more numbers together. So I'm going to add 100 plus 60 plus 50 plus 30. So 50 plus 30 is 80, and then 100 plus 60 is 160. All right, so now I've got to add 160 plus 80. I'm going to have to do that really. 160 plus 80. 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry my 1. 240. Okay? So this answer is 240. Now you have to show your work. You have to show it. I know that this is a lot to write down, so if you need to use another sheet of paper, that's fine, but you have got to show your work over here on this part so that I know that you understand. Because if you just write the product, I don't know. All right, so the next one that we're going to do number 2. All right, and we've got 16 times 12. And it doesn't matter if you write it horizontal. This is horizontal. And it doesn't matter if you write it vertically, like 16 times 12. You're going to get the same answer either way. So don't let that throw you off. But you do need to get used to seeing it and reading horizontally and vertically. All right. So we've got 16 times 12. All right. So let's see. I'm going to erase this one. 16 times 12. Okay, so I'm going to multiply 2 ones times 6 ones. 2 times 6, the product is 12. Okay, and then next I'm going to multiply 2 ones times 110. 2 times 10 is 20. Next, I'm going to multiply 110 times 6. 10 times 6 is 60. Okay? Next, I'm going to multiply 10 times 10. So that's 10, 110 times 110. 110 times 110 is 100. 10 times 10 is 100. And they're wanting us to use the area model. Okay? So here is my area model. All right. So we're doing 16 times 12. So I'm going to do 10 and 6. And again, the reason over here for me, the 10 is bigger because 10 is a bigger number. It's a larger number. 10 is greater than 6. This right here also shows that 10 is greater than 6. Okay? And so now I've got to write 12. So that's 110 plus 2. All right? Okay, so let's see. All right, so now I'm going to multiply 10 times 10. And 10 times 10 is, the product is 100. I'm going to multiply 10 times 6. 10 times 6, the product is 60. Now I'm going to multiply 2 times 10. 2 times 10, the product is 20. Okay? And then I'm going to multiply 2 times 6. 2 times 6, the product is 12. All right? So the partial products are 100, 60, 12, and then 20. All right? So now I'm going to take those partial products and I'm going to come down below it and then I'm going to multiply. I'm going to write out the products. This partial product is 100. It comes from right there. The next partial product is 60. The next partial product is 20. Next partial product is 12. So I'm going to multiply these together. So 100 plus 60 is 160. 20 plus 12 is 32. And then I have to multiply these two numbers and find the sum of these two numbers. Not multiply, add, sorry. 160 plus 32. And if you need to write it out, that is perfectly fine. 5 plus 0, 6 plus 3, bring down my 1. 195. Again, you have to show your work over here. And if you need to write on another sheet of paper, that's perfectly fine. All right, we're going to do one more. And if you need additional help, you can set up a conference call. We can set up a Google Meet, okay? So we've got 19 times 13 equals n. You might see n on the test. And what that means is you got to find n. N just means the number. What number goes there? All right, so we're fixing to solve for n. So our equation, 19 times 13, that's our equation. So we're going to write out 19 times 13. All right. So I am going to multiply 3 ones times 9 ones. 3 times 9 is 27. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is multiply 3 ones times 110. So 3 times 10 is 30. All right. So 30 is a partial product of 3 times 10. 27 is a partial product, 3 times 9. So now I'm finished with my ones. I'm going to check you off ones, all right? So now I'm going to multiply. This is in the tens place. So 110 times 9 ones. 10 times 9 is 90. And you know what happens here a lot? If you remember, everybody says 1 times 9 is 9. Well, 9 is a whole lot different than 90, isn't it? So if you make that mistake and you forget that this is the in the tens place, the whole answer is going to be wrong. So you got to be mindful of that. So 110 times 9 is 90. And then 10 times 10 is 100. Okay? And each of these right here, 27 is a partial product, 30 is a partial product, 90 is a partial product, 100 is a partial product. Partial just means it's part of, okay? Part of the answer. It's not the answer, but it's part of the answer, okay? So next step, we got to draw our area model. And while you're doing this, if like if you have to go back and watch this a couple of times, I know that, 9 and 10-year-olds don't really like to do that, but you've got to learn to do that, okay? You've got to make yourself do it. You're going to have to go back and watch the videos over and over until you get the hang of it, all right? So here, all right, so up top, now I've got 110 and 9 ones. So I'm going to write 10 and 9. And then down here, I've got 110 and 3 ones. This is 110 and 3 ones. All right. Stir. Okay. Now I'm going to multiply 10 times 10. 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 9 is 90. And then 3 times 10, the product is 30. 3 times 9, the product is 27. So I've got to multiply. I've got to add up all of these partial products. There's 100. So I've got to write my 100 here. Plus, the next partial product is 90. Plus, the next partial product is 30. Plus, the next partial product is 27. So 100 plus 90 is 190. 30 plus 27 is 57. If you don't know that right off the bat, that is perfectly okay. Don't let that intimidate you. You're going to have to write it down. So 757, that's okay. Now I gotta add to find the sum. So 190 plus 57, 247. All right. Now we've worked 3 together, or I worked 3 for you. You need to complete the front and the back. Okay, you need to complete the warm-up. You need to study your 2s. All right, and then you need to pace yourself so that you get all work completed by Monday. Whatever is not completed by Monday will be completed during PE, and you may not get it all done in one day, so you may have to stay in from PE more than one day to get all of your work done. When we come back, we've got to hit the ground running and get division in, because we've got to do division, fractions, and geometry. We got to get that in before testing, but we can do it. We just got to work hard. Have a good day. I miss and love you guys. I'll see you Monday.